It's been a long year, and somehow we're at the end of November. The beginning of this year was so quick, and the entire year was filled with so many incredible things that I was looking forward to, but I think the problem with having big things happening all the time is that when they're not, it just all feels slow and boring, and I didn't really have to spend any time for most of this year thinking about what I want to be doing in the future or what my next step should be, because it seemed like before I could make those plans that I was already in the moment. I feel like one of the big lessons that I wanted to learn this year was to accept spontaneity and to not be obsessed with planning each step that I take. I've really had to learn how to let go a bit and just go where the tide takes me, as cliche as that is. And I've never been hugely into New Year's resolutions because I just don't think it's realistic to want to turn your life around over the course of one weekend or 1 month or overnight even. And I feel like this is the perfect time to start gaining momentum on the things that I want to carry forward into next year. And for the last few months, I think I've really put an effort into creating habits that make me feel good. And whether it's doing my journaling as often as I feel like, or going to the gym, yoga, spending more time with friends, spending more time outdoors. These are all things that I've wanted to cultivate in myself for a long time, and I think in the last couple of months it's all really come to fruition. And I think the intention that I want to take into next month is to sort of pick myself back up out of that November slump and to go into the next year feeling good about myself and feeling good about the place that I've arrived at. And I think the more that we sort of climb that mountain of progress and of goals and achievements, it's easy to forget to look back and see where you used to be, or acknowledge the fact that who you are now is who you desired to be all those years ago or all those weeks ago. And wanting to do better for yourself and wanting to be better than you were yesterday is good, but I think I have to spend a lot more time learning how to be grateful for where I am now as well. And while I would always just wish that it was summer all year round, I feel like this is the first year of my life where I'm so grateful to be able to experience all the seasons that we have on this earth and all the natural cycles that we get that work with us. And we just naturally get to experience all these new beginnings and endings, and it's just so much better to accept seasonal changes, whether it's the actual seasonal changes or just the seasons of the self and your own natural rises and falls and highs and lows. And I hope that I can carry that mindset into the next year and into every new year. It's very sunny, and deceptively so because it's 4 degrees outside. So my big coat has to come with me on this outing. I'm stepping out to do some browsing, maybe some shopping, and because it's the holidays right now, I think it's the perfect time to get some things that have been on my wish list for a while because the sales are gonna be great. And then, I don't know. I think I'm gonna make a day out of it, but because it's not just festive season, it's also exam season. I do have a lot of studying to do today, so it's not gonna be a full day thing, but most of the day, that's what I'm doing. That was a longer day than I was expecting, but I still have loads of time to just get home and work at home. And I think I might even prefer that because there are no seats at the library ever around this time of year. So I think we're just gonna grab an early dinner. It's dinner time.
Yeah, man.
Got a freaking meal deal. Yum. Yo. I hope you only like the one from Aldi. I did not love the same food. So I might settle for a really gooey cookie.
or talking about focusing on different parts of your body. When you're in focusing on different parts of your body. I'm like,
I get so sleepy so early during the winter months, but there's no way that I can go to bed without doing at least something off my to-do list. So I'm here with my physics readings, and I have exams coming up in a few weeks. So I want to make sure that I'm in a good position for that and that I'm not rushing to complete anything or feeling underprepared the day before. Morning. I just woke up and I'm in a great mood because I managed to get a lot of work done last night, which is making me feel a lot more confident and a lot less stressed out about my exams. But I still want to do some more studying today. I think I'm gonna get an early start, head up to the house, and find a place to sit down and work that is not the library, because the library is going to be so full and I just know I'm going to waste so much time if I go and try to find a spot to sit down. But I don't have many things going on today. I have a yoga class at 4, which I'm super excited for. It's going to be a warm flow class, and I'm seeing some friends tonight, and I have to prep some of the snacks that we're going to have at our little girly hangout. But other than that, my day's pretty free, so I think I'm going to spend time studying, which I don't know if it's going to be very entertaining, but let's wake up and get going. I feel like when I bought this coat, I pictured it looking a lot different than it does right now. And even though I like that it has this little tie-up thing in the hood, I feel like this is kind of giving bathroom. But I just wish, like, instead of cinching up here, I could just sort of button it up at the top, because it looks so much cooler. I'm gonna try and make that happen with these big golden safety pins. I think that's fine for the moment, but I might wanna try and stitch a little button here so I can wear this just button at the top more often, because I really like the way this looks, just pinned up at the top and without the belt. I had a great little study session, and now I'm headed to my yoga class. I'm panting because I just walked uphill. Welcome back. I'm in my flat now, and it's 7:15. I got back, showered, and I bought my groceries on the way. And now I'm in the kitchen prepping some food and just some little snacks to go on the table. I have my big bowl of salad, which is really just looking like chopped up apples right now. And I'm doing a cheese board and then like a chips and dip situation. So it's really nothing complicated or time consuming, just because I did have a full day before this. Listening to this Spotify recommended podcast called Bobo's Mind, and this episode is called Your Mind is Ruining Your Life. And it's not as depressing as it sounds, but I'm 4 minutes into it, enjoying it so far. And even though I've not really been a huge podcast person ever, I'm not feeling super inspired or enjoying listening to much music right now. I'm trying to find more informative things and intellectually stimulating things to listen to fill up the sort of silent gaps in my life. I don't really mind just listening to the sounds around me, but podcasts are what I'm listening to more and more instead of music.
Right.
I told you.
Yeah.
This nigga hates
Once
me.
again, detective.
See, it's because
detective for your own misery. That's what it's
Yeah.
like. I'm dedicating my life to pursuing a case that no one loves me.
yeah. And then I'll just be like, but mind, like, what if this person just had...
You know, I think what you're saying is very true. You can explain things that need to be explained and solve complex problems that need to be solved. But something I was actually talking to you about the other day is the way that humans narrativize has become so unnecessarily toxic and complex that when you listen to people talk about their past, they're describing a tragedy, right? When you just ask, has led us completely astray. Like we had a very useful function.
Yeah.
I found it on the side of the road a while
Well,
back.
I need to know the...
It's the most insane book
Yeah.
that like a woman could pick.
That actually went on a bit longer than I was expecting, but I still enjoyed seeing all my friends, and honestly, we just kind of lost track of time. And I don't think I'm gonna have many opportunities for us all to meet and do something fun because we have so much stuff coming up and it's just a busy point in the semester. So I'm really happy that we took this evening out and spent it together. And the same goes for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. And I'll see you soon.